Today I stand before you not just as an individual, but as a voice for my sister, Brianna Broadfoot, whose life was tragically cut short by domestic violence this summer. It is a privilege to address you in this esteemed chamber where the issues that shape our nation are discussed and resolved. Brianna was a vibrant spirit full of dreams and aspirations whose potential was extinguished far too soon. Her story is a reminder of the countless individuals affected by the scourge and domestic violence, a persuasive issue that touches every corner of our society. My sister Brianna Broadfoot. Brianna's story is not just her own, it is a reflection of countless lives disrupted and destroyed by domestic violence. My sister's abuser was let out on bail after an incident in March. My sister was strangled and beaten until she didn't look the same. I was the one that had to go get her from the bus stop, and I'm the one that called the police. He was let out the same day after just getting his fingerprints done. He also had a heavy record of violent crimes. He was charged with strangulation with intent to kill. At our last discussion, it was disheartening to hear the response from the Liberal Party, where domestic violence was dismissed as a non-issue. This response was not just disappointing, it was a stark reminder of how domestic violence continues to be marginalized, despite its devastating impact on families and communities across Canada. Domestic violence is not a distant concern or an abstract issue. It is a crisis that affects real people, our friends, our family, our neighbors. Yet the reality remains that criminals and abusers continue to roam our streets, often without facing the accountability they so clearly deserve. This lack of consequence emboldens offenders and leaves survivors feeling isolated and unprotected. It is clear that we need to address this issue with greater urgency and commitment. One crucial step forward is the implementation of comprehensive domestic violence education in our schools. By integrating domestic violence awareness and prevention programs into the curriculum, we can foster a generation that understands the signs of abuse, knows how to help and where to seek help, and stands firmly against violence in all its forms. Educating our youth about the dynamics of domestic violence will not only empower them to protect themselves, but will also help cultivate a culture of empathy, understanding, and respect. Furthermore, it is imperative that we enhance support systems for survivors and ensure that justice is not just a theoretical ideal, but a practical reality. We must work towards creating a robust legal framework that holds abusers accountable and ensures that survivors receive the protection and support they need. This includes addressing the gaps in our legal system and ensuring that those who commit acts of domestic violence and violent crimes are not left to continue their harmful behavior unchallenged. My sister's memory calls us to action. It is a fight. It is a call to fight against the normalization of violence and to demand better for all who suffer in silence. Let us honor her and all of the other countless victims by taking decisive steps to address domestic violence, both through education and reform. Let us work together to create a society where everyone, regardless of their circumstances, can live free from fear and harm. Thank you.